Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Absolute Falcon Cinema. In case you're new here, I'm your host, Caleb, and this is the place where I talk everything movies and the art of cinema. For this episode, I didn't really have that much planned, so I thought for y'all I would go over my watch list right now and go over the movies that I am most anticipating, movies that I want to see, and in case y'all are unfamiliar, I have a movie app called Letterboxd. And what that app is a place where I can log and review movies and I can rate them out of 5 stars. And there's a feature for Letterboxd that includes a watch list that you can add movies that you are anticipating, movies that you want to watch, movies that haven't come out yet that you can add to that list. And once you have logged them, it removes them from your watch list. So what I'm trying to do is take a little bit of a load off of my watch list because it has been piling up with movies so much since there's been so many new announcements and movies that people have recommended to me, and I need to watch some movies. So without further ado, let's go over each of the movies on my list. Starting off with a new movie that just came out. It is New Movie Friday, and the headline for this today has been Hoppers, which is a Pixar movie. It's Pixar's newest movie, and it is made by the same creators of the We Bare Bears show, which was a Cartoon Network show that aired, I think, somewhere in 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. And Hoppers is basically kind of like Avatar, the movie Avatar, but set in like the animal kingdom. So a human gets put into an animal's brain, and they act as like an animal around these other animals. And it's a unique concept. It seems to be really funny, really goofy, and I am really looking forward to seeing it. I think I'm going to go see it this weekend with my brother in theaters. And yeah, I really love Pixar's movies. I wasn't impressed by Pixar's other movie that they released the past year, Elio, but I've heard good things. I hope so. Hopefully, Hoppers is a little bit better than that. Next up, we have The Bride! Exclamation mark, and this is a Maggie Gyllenhaal film. In case y'all are unfamiliar, Maggie Gyllenhaal is a director and actor who is married to Jake Gyllenhaal, fun fact. And The Bride is a film about Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, and it's kind of like a retelling of that movie sequel. It kind of coincides with the Frankenstein movie that came out last year, but it isn't related in any way. Frankenstein himself is actually played by a completely different actor than the Frankenstein movie. Again, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. And it stars Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster, and it stars Jessie Buckley as the bride. And Jessie Buckley, as an actress, has been on a little bit of a hot streak lately. She's been nominated for an Oscar for her appearance in Hamnet, which is also a movie I have yet to see. But Hamnet apparently was like a really great performance from her, and now she's doing something totally different, and I'm interested to see what it is. I haven't heard that much about it other than it's like a Frankenstein sequel, like a companion to that movie, even though it's not entirely related. So I'm just looking forward to it because it seems like an interesting movie, and I also love Christian Bale as an actor. So yeah. Next up, I have How to Make a Killing, and this is the new Glenn Powell movie. And Glenn Powell is pretty much like the modern movie star, where I've seen him like everywhere. But this is his newest film, and I think it's a satire about him inheriting family's fortune, and him and several other relatives share this large amount of wealth. and he is basically killing off all of his relatives so that he can have all of the wealth. It seems like a really unique concept, and Glenn Powell's in it. Margaret Qualley is also starring in it, and I am interested to see it because I've heard it's a really fun and exciting movie. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I just want to go to the theater and see it. Next up, I have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And this is a movie that my family watched a while back, but I didn't see it for whatever reason. It is a stop motion animation movie. And if y'all know me, I am a huge fan of stop motion animation. I used to actually do stop motion, fun fact, with Lego minifigures. But Pinocchio, I saw the original Disney animated Pinocchio, and it was all right. I wasn't like real super into it, but I could appreciate the animation. I could appreciate how ahead of its time it was. And apparently, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is even better than that. It's more creative, it's more original, and it's a different telling of the story. It's a little bit different from the Disney version, but I'm just interested to see it because it's Guillermo del Toro, and I really loved Frankenstein last year that he directed. So I'm interested to see what he does with that story. And then I have the drama. This is a movie with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, where apparently they're getting married. And I'm interested in this because the whole campaign that they've done advertising this movie has been kind of wild, honestly. They have done like a bunch of teaser posters that are like marriage invitations. And they've also done a couple of, I don't know what kind of magazine, but like Vanity Fair. I think that might be it. A Vanity Fair where they're just like dressed up in like the most like eccentric outfits. And it's very strange. It's very uh, interesting. And I just want to go see it because those are two actors that I really enjoy. And who knows, maybe it's another really interesting movie about marriage. Next up, I have Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and Nickel Boys. These are two movies where I am reading the books right now. So, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I had recently seen all of the Hunger Games movies with my mom, except for this one. So, once I finish the book, I'm going to go watch that with her. And Nickel Boys is a book that one of my teachers had that I grabbed because I had heard like really good things about the Nickel Boys movie. So I'm reading the book first and then I'm watching the movie. That's pretty much the only thing that can motivate me to read books these days is if there's a movie based off of it. So then I can read the book and then watch the movie and then compare the two of them. So that's what I plan on doing for these two. I'm just looking forward to how they adapt these unique stories. And next up, I have Moonlight. This is a film that was recommended to me. And I had seen a movie recently that had gotten comparisons to Moonlight. I forgot which one it was, though. Um, Lady Bird. I saw Lady Bird a couple months back, and in return, I got the Moonlight recommended to me. Barry Jenkins is the director of this film, and I've heard he's had some hits and misses, but Moonlight apparently is his magnum opus. This won Best Picture back when it came out, and yeah, apparently it's a very visceral film about growing up and coming of age. And oh yes, Boyhood. Boyhood, the movie that I went and reviewed a couple weeks back, was compared to Moonlight, except Moonlight apparently is the better film. So that's why I'm interested to check it out. Hopefully, it lives up to my expectations, my lofty expectations. Then I have The Great Dictator. This is a Charlie Chaplin film, and it's a silent film, actually. One of my friends saw this, and he recommended it to me a while back. I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's very ahead of its time, despite coming out in like the late 30s, I think. It has a lot to say about like Nazi Germany. It's like a political satire, and apparently it's just really well made, really well done. and I am interested in seeing what Charlie Chaplin's antics are. Then I have Send Help. This is a brand new movie that I believe is still in theaters right now. It's directed by Sam Raimi, who, if you don't know who Sam Raimi is, he also directed the all of the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, and he also directed a couple other horror movies such as The Evil Dead. And the reason this appeals to me is because this is an original, like a completely original concept where it's basically like Castaway, but with two people, and apparently it's like a horror film. And Send Help stars Rachel McAdams, and I love her as an actress. She has had a couple great performances, and it's just refreshing to see a director make an original movie that comes out in theaters, and that's why I'm looking forward to watching it. Then I have John Wick chapters 3 and 4. I had seen the first two movies this past January, and I saw those with my dad. And I am kind of putting off the other two movies because I don't have the fourth one. I have the third one on Blu-ray, but I don't have the fourth one. Hopefully, I can pick at some point. I can pick up a box set or something that has like all four of them in it. But I've heard the fourth one is the best one. Maybe it's just because I'm psyching myself up for them. Like, oh my gosh, I'm super excited to watch the rest of these John Wick movies because I did really enjoy the first two. I think they're really well made action movies, and John Wick as a franchise is one that I've heard gets better with each installment, with the fourth one apparently being like the best one. So I am super stoked, super hyped on watching the rest of these. But yeah, I think I will review the entire John Wick franchise when I watch all these. So stay tuned for some of that. Then I have Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and this is a film that I got recommended by a friend, and I don't know that much about it. I've heard it's very artsy. I've heard it's a movie that a lot of cinephiles really enjoy, and that's pretty much all I know about it. And other than like a recommendation, like oh bro, you got to see it. It's so good. I am curious about like what it's actually about. So I will fill y'all in on it at some point. I don't know anything about what it's about. And finally, I have the original Fast and Furious on this whole list. This is a movie that my parents have on DVD that I've been meaning to watch for the longest time, but I've been cautiously curious about this franchise. I've heard as it goes on, it's just kind of like a dumb action franchise. But every once in a while, I like that sort of stuff. I'm a big action movie guy, so who knows? This might appeal to me, and I'm interested to see how it holds up today because the movie came out back in like the early 2000s. So I will see how that goes. All right, that's about it for today. The next movie on this list that I'm planning to watch is Hoppers, although I might see one of these beforehand. Maybe I'll watch the third John Wick movie tonight. Who knows? But until then, I will review these once I watch them. And if you have any recommendations for me, feel free to let me know on my Instagram, DM me, or just comment down below the post for this episode. And yeah, this has been some Absolute Falcon Cinema, and I am looking forward to watching all these movies. Take care, y'all.